We are ready to go back to the general debate concerning the report of the evaluation body under item 8. Committee members, the floor is yours for the general debate. Mr. Curtis, do you wish to say something?
Madam Chair, I think we've gone rather fast. I understand that we do have a request for debate from a non-committee member, but first the floor should be given to committee members who wish to make points about the overall debate. We have received one request for intervention from a non-committee member from State Party Armenia, and we've also received an amendment proposals from Switzerland when we come to the debate. We now see that Czechia wishes to take the floor. Committee members should go first. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. I understand Czechia would wish to take the floor now. So please take the floor, Czechia.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Czechia would like to sincerely congratulate to all states parties for their new inscription.
Czechia, we don't hear you.
I'm sorry, I think I have some problems with the connection. Is it okay now?
Now we hear you.
Perfect. Sorry, once more. Yeah. I was congratulating to all the states parties that were having their new inscriptions made and thanking them for their good job. And we would also like to thank to our colleagues from the committee for managing to finish our work in such an effective time frame. The new online situation has helped us to develop some new working methods and skills, which we may use also in the future when we meet personally again. During our deliberations, we have faced several situations when the committee decided to scrutinize the recommendations of the evaluation body and based on additional explanations by the submitting states to overturn them. That is perfectly in line with the mandate of the committee. However, our delegation is a little bit worried about the way some of the draft decisions have been redrafted during our deliberations. The original draft decisions contain many serious issues, concerns, and challenges directly related to the basic principles of the convention. And some of them could have been clarified during the meeting by the states parties, but some of them go quite beyond simple question-answer clarification. We would expect that in such cases, important recommendations, encouragements, or reminders would remain part of the decisions so that the states parties can follow the expert guidance and reflect these comments in their safeguarding efforts. Nevertheless, when the draft decisions were amended, in some cases, the issues were openly denied as if they did not exist at all. And in our opinion, by adopting such approach, we are giving up a chance to think about these challenges and to improve the methodologies for effective safeguarding, intensive community participation, and so on.
Thank you, Czechia.
Yeah, just to end up, we believe that inscriptions are very important, but safeguarding as well. And we sincerely hope that we will be more open-minded in this respect as a committee in the next cycle. So once more, thank you for the successfully finished work.
Thank you very much. I will now recognize Sweden, who was asked to take the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson, and congratulations to you for a very well led, chaired meeting so far, and congratulations to all the state parties and all the communities that have had inscriptions, and these are very, very incredible inscriptions indeed. We would like to fully subscribe to the intervention made by Czechia. As a new member of the committee, we have been a little surprised sometimes how decisions and amendments have been presented with quite substantial changes that not all committee members have been able to see beforehand. We have seen them on the screen during the meeting, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to react quickly and on the spot. And sometimes there are aspects that we think are very important that have fallen out, but that we have not have the possibility or the time to discuss. So this is something that we would like. I mean, we completely understand the challenges with this virtual meeting, but this is something that we think should be discussed and reflected upon until the next committee meeting. And we would be happy to engage in such a discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sweden. I now recognize Botswana.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for giving me the floor. And congratulations to you and all the state parties. Botswana would like to recognize the good work put in by the evaluation body in assessing the 42 nomination files submitted for possible inscription on this list. In examining the files, Botswana recognizes that the evaluation body identified both the good efforts made by the submitting state parties in completing the nomination forms, as well as the gaps that needed to be addressed. The evaluation body that noted that some of the nomination files have demonstrated the interlinkages between tangible and intangible heritage, which is a positive development in the safeguarding of cultural heritage. Botswana further notes that some state parties managed to resubmit their nominations files and they were able to satisfy the criteria. However, Madam Chair, Botswana observes that some state parties exceeded the specified number of words in their nomination files, which enable them to provide additional information compared to those that adhered to the prescribed limit. We therefore seek clarity as to whether the restriction to the number of words is strictly adhered to, or that there is room for flexibility. We thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Botswana. Jamaica, you may take the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Jamaica would like at this point to, again, congratulate the evaluation body on conducting the affairs of its work with due diligence. We would also like to congratulate the state parties who have had nominations, and also to say to those state files that have been referred that we hope that you will take into consideration the recommendations made in terms of improving the files that have been submitted, and that you will be successful in the second round when you put the files forward again. I'd also like to thank the chair for the efficiency with which the meeting has been conducted so far. I believe we are now back ahead of the agenda. So congratulations are due for the efficiency all around, and to the Secretariat for its excellent support in this regard. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Jamaica. I would like to certainly acknowledge the presence and recognize the ADG for Culture, who's been with us from earlier this afternoon or this morning, wherever you are in the world. ADG, greetings from Jamaica.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, we are running out of time, so we will continue with our speakers list tomorrow. Mr. Curtis, could you please read the list for us? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Concerning the committee members, I have Netherlands, Switzerland, as committee members and as non-state parties, as non-committee members, sorry, state parties, non-committee members, I have Armenia, Austria, and Latvia. Sorry, Kuwait as a committee member. Let me correct then. For committee members, for the speakers list for tomorrow morning, I have Netherlands, Switzerland, Sri Lanka, Kuwait and then Sri Lanka. For non-committee members, I have Armenia, I understand Austria, but hasn't risen their hand, and then Latvia. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. Before we close today's session, I would like to remind the Vice Chairpersons and Rapporteur that the Bureau meeting will take place tomorrow at 1 p.m. Paris time at the same Zoom meeting link we have been using all week. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite members of the press to a press briefing tomorrow, Friday, just after the session at 5:15 p.m. on Zoom. The link for following the press briefing, along with the accompanying press resources, can be found on the 15.com event page. We have now finished our work, colleagues. We have finished our work for today, and we will start again tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Paris time. And so, after we adjourn, I invite you to just enjoy the reggae chill moment with Redemption Song performed by John Legend. All that's left for me to do is to say, today's session is adjourned. Thank you very much.